I would describe my life before Christ as very unique. Me and my twin sister, we were raised in the church. I was mainly raised by my mom. I rarely ever see my dad. Now I live with my dad now. In my childhood years, I was very bad. I lied, I stole stuff. I would get in fights, I would speak evil to other kids on the bus and all that stuff. And one particular sin that really enslaved me during that whole time was pornography. Yeah. And so ever since that day I got exposed to it, that really enslaved me for my years.
Obviously you were just caught up in sin, and at what point did you sense things were shifting and that you were coming to faith in Jesus Christ?
One day, I was in my room, just playing video games, I don't know what I'm doing. And I had this idea, I searched up YouTube, the Illuminati, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
That could be a deep rabbit trail.
And then I was seeing this video of the music industry.
Okay.
And the occultic origins of it. So at that time, that video changed my mind forever. It really changed my mind because it opened up the reality of evil, that there's evil in the world. And then, so that was the first moment.
Yeah.
That was the first instant. I don't know, I believe that was God who did that to my heart during that day. The second moment was the death of my mom. It was April 12, 2018. She died of carbon monoxide poisoning in the car. And so it was really sudden too. You were just there. The one day she was alive, and then day she's dead.
Wow.
And that really opened my eyes up a lot. And so at that time, thank God, I didn't hate God.
Yeah.
I didn't hate him. I didn't doubt him. I just questioned why he did it. But it also opened up the reality of death. I realized that me and my family are gonna die someday. That really scared me a lot. So with those two moments happening, with that moment, that's when my quest for hope began. Yeah. And so with my moment of my quest for truth, my quest for hope, here comes 2020. Man. Now before 2020, this is why I got saved. This is the year I got saved. Before that, I was very depressed, even suicidal at times, because of my mom. And so the only thing that kept me sane was not God, but it was my art, the drawing.
Yeah, you're a very good artist.
Yeah, and so I used that. I'm in my room quarantining, I come across this video on YouTube about this guy making fun of these televangelists, right? Now, I'm like, who's Kenneth Copeland? So I started searching up all these guys. I'm like, who are these guys? I found this one video by this channel named Jesus Truth. Now, the channel's banned now. It's called Jesus Truth, and he exposed the prosperity gospel. But he also exposed Mormons, Islams, Catholic Church. He's like, wow, that's interesting. So I just kept watching this stuff, and I came across this video of this other guy. And he was saying something about prophecy of the end times. He said we're in the end times during COVID and stuff. And so I'm like, I like the guy's teachings. I went on this channel. And I clicked on the video of his channel called Who is Jesus? And in that video, he explained the Bible to me in a way that actually made sense. That I never thought of, and he explained who Jesus was. But at the end of it, he gave the gospel, which was 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. He gave me that, and he says that if you just believe. In my church, they said to repeat a prayer, and he said to believe. He said to believe, specifically he said to believe on what Jesus did on the cross. And so in my mind, I'm sitting in the bed. I was on the bed. And I was in the bed, I said, yeah, I believe that. And all of a sudden, a moment later, I said it joyfully too, but a moment later, I felt this heavy guilt that I never felt before. And then that's when I knew I was a sinner. And so I got on my knees and I just confessed to the Lord Jesus, I believe you died on the cross for my sins, and I would serve you with my life.
Wow.
I don't know what happened to me that day. I don't know what was going on, but
the Bible tells us what happened that day.
And so the next day I just started to love God, man.
You just couldn't stop. Yeah. Leading up to this moment, obviously God has put a weight upon you, opened your mind up to the reality of your sin, you've turned from him. So from that moment, how has your life been sort of transformed?
Oh, it's been transformed, right? So remember that quest of truth and hope I'm talking about?
Yep.
Well, I found that in Jesus.
Yeah.
I realized, oh, Jesus, he's the
Everything
truth.
you're searching for
Is
is Jesus.
He was there the whole time. I'm like, oh. Then what I realized is that the gospel is hope. I'm like, oh. So then I called my grandma. I'm like, hey, grandma, Jesus, you know.
It's like, it makes sense.
Yeah, and then she's like, I started posting about the end times and all that stuff, the gospel and all that. I don't know what I was doing, just doing stuff. So I called my pastor at the time. I called him, hey, I don't know what's going on with me. I just had this hunger for God and just wanted to learn more about God, right? But he made me take his Bible class in college, and that's why I learned systematic theology. And so that's why I had to, that's
awesome.
Yeah, so I'm still gonna do something for God. I want to spread the gospel. So I made tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, I made my own track. I used the Bible. I made my own track. Went to my pastor. He approved of it. I just been passing those things out. Like I passed this to my family, my friends, my baseball team, the whole neighborhood. My dad didn't like that much, though.
You're just spreading the word.
Yeah, my dad didn't like it because my neighbor said you could get shot, man, or something. Well, kind of worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah.
I still read the gospel. We went to stores. I gave tracts out to people at the stores. There's one guy in particular. I gave him one. I gave him one. I just walked away. Right? I said, "Hey, take this. Like, what's this?" And I just looked at it. So then after he comes back a moment later, I think it's in like Walmart or something. But he comes back later. He looks happier. He always was when he's outside. He's saying he thanked me. Now, I don't know if he got saved or not. I have no clue. I have no clue if anyone got saved from my tracks. Pray to God he did. But that moment is what motivated me to keep going on. So yeah, ever since then I'm like, oh, now I'm in YSU.
Yeah.
And now you also know how I'm doing. I'm evangelizing like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm just spreading the word, spreading the truth. And so
Valen, if there was somebody in the church today watching you get baptized, what would you tell them the gospel is of how to find hope, how to receive Jesus Christ, and be assured of it? What was the gospel?
I would tell them, I would show them the book of Romans,
Yeah.
Romans 3:10, where the verse says that there is none righteous, no, not even one.
Yep.
And I would explain to them why that's why it says that they're a sinner. They're a sinner before a holy, loving, righteous God. And the reason why they're a sinner, because of the fall of Adam.
Yep.
Because of the fall of Adam, we're all naturally born with sin.
Yep.
Because we're naturally born with sin, we naturally hate the things of God. And all sin simply is lawlessness. And because we sin against a holy, loving, eternal God, there's an eternal punishment. You see, God is so loving that he has to punish evil. Because a true loving God would punish evil. If he didn't, he wouldn't be loving. And so, with that, and us realizing that we cannot save ourselves, because we're sinners, God had a plan. He had a plan to redeem man. His plan was to send his second member of God, Christ, down on the earth, fully God, fully man, walked the earth, fulfilled the law, which is the 10 Commandments, willingly, gave his life as a propitiation for our sins. He shed his blood on the cross. And all you have to simply do is repent of your sins, which means to turn away from your sin, and put your trust in what Christ.
Yeah.
Not of what you do, but what Christ did alone on the cross, his finished work on the cross. And then God promised that you will get, he'll give you eternal life, your sins will be truly forgiven.
Man, it's good news. Let's get you baptized. It's an honor and a privilege to